Hello, Divine Feminine. It is Sunday and it is time to do a reading on your Divine Masculine's karmic partner, karmic situation, the relationship that they have with this other person. A lot of twin flames, probably most of them, have a Divine Masculine that is in a relationship or has had multiple relationships with other people. Sometimes when we meet them, they are already in a relationship or marriage. Sometimes when we meet them, they are not, but then they end up running from us and getting into a relationship. Sometimes it's multiple relationships that they end up going through, having, multiple partners. Sometimes we are in relationships ourselves. It's not just the Divine Masculine that is sometimes in karmic relationships. Sometimes we ourselves are in karmic relationships. However, today what we're looking at is the Divine Masculine's karmic relationships that they are in, whatever they're currently in, whatever they've been going through. Sometimes these readings can reveal, more than one relationship. But we're going to take a look at what's going on with them and why your Divine Masculine is going through this. So you can think of the karmic relationship as, rather than something bad, which a lot of Divine Feminines do, of course, because they want to have a relationship with their Divine Masculine and they feel that the karmic partner is standing in between or interfering. Some people are even really afraid that the karmic is doing witchcraft on them. I see a lot of comments about stuff like that sometimes. But what I have found through being a coach for the last nearly 5 years is that the karmics in our lives, the karmics in Divine Masculine lives, and I don't even like the word karmic because there's a negative, association with the word. But I don't... There's a purpose and a reason for this relationship. It's teaching your Divine Masculine something, which is why it's happening. That's why they come into our lives. And so really, rather than looking at it as, a bad thing, we can look at it as a gift that's trying to teach us something to help us create the pathway toward alignment, which always results in union. So the Divine Masculine may be in need of learning something from the other person. Just like we need to learn something from our other people. So, I know it's tough, you guys. I know it is. I know how hard it is for us to kind of look at the Divine Masculine's situation and kind of see that it's happening to us for our highest good, because it sure just doesn't feel like it in the moment, because we have a strong desire within us to be in a loving relationship with someone else who we connect with, who understands us, and who gets us. That's just on a basic human level. But with our Divine Masculine, there's some other level to this that we've never experienced before. We've all had romantic relationships, right? All of us. But in these romantic relationships, we never experienced anything like we did with our Divine Masculine. So then to have them turn around and run from us feels like a cosmic joke or an insult, when we know there's something more to this relationship than anything we've ever experienced before. Like it's in every cell of our body that we know this. And we start having supernatural experiences after we meet them. We go through a Kundalini awakening. It's pretty intense what happens on the twin flame journey. There's no doubt. And as a result, we know there's something more going on. But it seems like our Divine Masculine doesn't get it. Well, that's not really necessarily true, guys. And so I'm just going to leave it at that. If you guys want to know more, of course, we have several options in the description box below. you know, some pretty inexpensive ones for group calls and stuff where you guys can ask questions. So please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any kind of coaching, go to the description box below. We have a couple of specials right now where you can get some coupon codes and get some pretty significant discounts on tarot readings as well as one-on-one coaching. All right, so this first card, we're going to take a look at it. And this first card is going to give us a little information about the nature of your divine masculine's karmic contract or karmic situation. Why have they been brought together? Why did the universe bring the two of them together? So we're going to take a look at this first card here. And that is Knight of Teacups. Okay. So with Knight of Teacups, so this is my Alice in Wonderland deck. So of course, Knight of Teacups is Knight of Cups. But the reason that your divine masculine is with this karmic person is it's a very typical romantic relationship. They've entered into this situation with this person in hopes that it will, you know, kind of fulfill what your divine masculine has always been taught that a relationship should fulfill in someone's life. For family, for, you know, companionship, for, you know, the purpose of having children. This is essentially what they were looking for when they entered into this relationship. And the perception around this, how do I say this? For some reason, it feels kind of complicated to put it into words or to try to simplify it. But their perception of why they went into this relationship is not being met with actions from the karmic partner. And so even though they went into it with a particular reason or kind of an ideal situation in their mind, they're projecting this onto the karmic partner while the karmic partner is actually not in alignment with or even setting a trajectory in the same path that matches your divine masculine's ideal image of them. So they're essentially wearing kind of a mask, and your divine masculine is in love with an illusion. It's not who they really are. This isn't who, like what they believe they're in love with, what they believe that they're working toward with this karmic partner isn't actually why this karmic partner is in their life. This karmic partner is in their life to teach them some valuable things about the particular perceptions that they are projecting onto the karmic partner. Okay, so it's gonna like kind of trigger and ruffle the feathers of your divine masculine as they start to realize that things do not correspond and things are not in alignment with this person. It's going to cause them to have to look at some of these perceptions, some of these perceived ideals that they have of what a relationship should and shouldn't look at. It's going to make them start to question that. It may even cause them to have kind of a breakdown in their identity on what it is that they're even actually looking for in a relationship with someone else. Okay, so this is kind of a big deal as far as your divine masculine's personal growth. Now, this next card here is about, it's basically asking the question, what is that main lesson that is going to be kind of given to your divine masculine as this situation continues to unfold? And for this, we have 10 of Wands here. 10 of Wands. Okay, forgive me. I had to pause the video for a second because I couldn't remember if spears were swords or spears were wands. I said wands, but I was wrong. Flowers are wands and spears are swords. So I wanted to double check that before I gave you an interpretation of this card. I didn't want to get it wrong. So this is actually 10 of swords. Okay, so we're going to kind of look at, again, what this energy means as far as the specific lesson that this karmic situation is kind of pointing your divine masculine toward. And when you have 10 of swords coming out for this, this is a very painful ending and kind of a hitting of rock bottom. So this is going to take your divine masculine through some fearful and scary stuff in their own mind. Now, that is not because the karmic partner that they're with is bad or evil. Some of your divine masculines may have a very toxic relationship with this person, but some of them might have a somewhat decent relationship with this person. However, it's still very triggering to your divine masculine because it causes them to go through a lot of like self-reflection and growth, which can oftentimes be very difficult and painful because we're facing our fears. This relationship is 100% to trigger your divine masculine's shadows in order to force them to have to look at them and to deal with them. And so sometimes the karmics, especially once we have met our twin flames and they have met us, these karmics, believe it or not, are a part of the journey, part of the twin flame journey. They're not separate from it, and they're not an accident. There is no such thing as coincidence on this journey. Periods of separation, periods of coming together, the divine timing of you meeting your divine masculine and them meeting you. This is divinely orchestrated, and it happens the way that it happens in order to help you and your divine masculine with your ascension and through your spiritual development. And so your karmics that you're dealing with, okay, their karmics that they're dealing with are important souls put on your paths in order to teach you something valuable. And this karmic in particular with your divine masculine is teaching them a lot of what they like areas of illusion, like false expectations, things that are not truly in alignment with the soul's bullseye, with the trajectory of the soul. Accumulated thought patterns in like the mental psyche through just being human that are not accurate for the spiritual goals of the soul. So this karmic is kind of waking your divine masculine up to certain mental pictures or expectations or patterns, programming that are not in alignment with having a truly happy life and relationship. They may have some very unrealistic expectations of a partner that are not fair for anyone to meet. I can almost guarantee that one of them is that they're looking for someone else to create fulfillment within them, which only creates codependency because fulfillment can only come from within. And that's the number one thing that the twin flame journey is teaching us. So this next card here is going to kind of direct us to look at the things that your divine masculine is already aware of, or things that you may already be aware of in your divine masculine's karmic situation. So for this, we have 8 of spears or 8 of swords in reverse. So, all right. No, sorry, 7. Yep, sorry, I read it wrong. Sometimes I do that with Roman numerals. Okay, 7 of swords in reverse here. So you know already that they've been not 100% truthful with their karmic. You know that your divine masculine is maybe kind of wearing a mask themselves. And you definitely know that your divine masculine is aware, and your divine masculine is aware of the fact that the karmic isn't being 100% authentic and truthful either. So there's deception in this relationship, and your divine masculine has become acutely aware of this. They're becoming acutely aware of the fact that the karmic is not honest with them, and that they've kind of been wearing a mask and living a life of inauthenticity with this karmic person. They're really not being themselves. They're trying to live up to an image which they think that the karmic wants. And the reason why they're trying to live up to this image is because it's actually, these are some of the false perceptions and illusions that we were talking about right here of what your divine masculine thinks is supposed to be in a relationship. And so they are actually projecting ideas of what they think the karmic wants onto the relationship, and then trying to live up to those expectations, when in actuality, that's not even what the karmic actually wants or desires at all. So these are areas that your divine masculine is being faced with. Like, they're having to really take a look at why they do the things that they do, like where these preconceived ideas and notions come from. You know, is it even really what they want? And why are they trying to live up to an illusion that they have created in their mind that they think the karmic wants, and it's not even actually what the karmic wants, right? It's what they think they're convinced of it, but it's all like in their mind, right? And the twin flame journey is all about waking up from the illusions and the preconceived ideas of the mind. Your divine masculine is really having to look at that. So you're kind of seeing that happen in real time, and you're seeing that happen, but they're also, you know, still kind of in the middle of all this. And so this next card we're going to look at is going to look a little bit about what shadow work is still needed for your divine masculine, because this is forcing them, like I said, to look at their shadows, which is something that they need to do on this ascension path. So right here we have 3 of coins. Okay, hedgehogs are coins, and it is in the reverse. So with 3 of coins in reverse, there are like some gossipy things going on, an inability to work fairly with others, like a selfishness, right? And these are not intentionally, like, they're not being intentionally done by your divine masculine. Again, the selfishness can be something as simple as this card right here, where I guess you could also say it's complicated because sometimes we don't even see that we're doing it, but projecting your ideas of what you think somebody wants and then trying to live up to those ideals, even though it's not who you really are, you know, so you're kind of being inauthentic because you want to keep this person. There's a selfishness in that. You're not being authentic to who you really are. And in who you're faking yourself to be, that fake person isn't even who the karmic really wants anyway. So there's a breakdown in the relationship because of inauthenticity. Although we attract what we are, and so I think on some level, the karmic is probably absolutely mirroring this same type of behavior back to your divine masculine, which is why they're not very happy with each other. They are feeling like, who did I fall in love with, and who's this person really to me? Because if the karmic person is also putting forth an illusion based upon what they think your divine masculine actually wants, it's really not what the divine masculine wants either. So really, both of them are working really, really hard to please the other person, but everything that they're doing is not actually pleasing the other person. So it's an interesting lesson being learned here by your divine masculine in this karmic situation. Authenticity is going to be the main lesson, I think, being learned in this relationship. Okay, so this next card here we're going to look at is about like healing that's already been accomplished up until this point with your divine masculine. as a result of this karmic situation and the twin flame journey that they have been on with you, which has kind of ignited all of this awakening stuff within them. So it's because of you that they're going through all these changes. The karmic is just kind of, and we are karmics to others too. So don't forget, we don't want to like degrade the role of what this is, but they are teachers, even though they don't know that they're teachers, okay? Because we're always teachers and students simultaneously, right? I'm a teacher and a student to you. You're a teacher and a student to me. We're always both when we're interacting with others. And so we don't want to diminish the role of the karmic or look at it as it's something that's bad. That's coming from fear and from the ego. And it doesn't serve us well on our spiritual journey. It's normal, but we have to transcend those lower vibrational energies in order to get into that higher vibrational, peaceful, nirvana type stuff. So, okay, anyway. Okay, so in this situation right here, now we've got 8 of spears, which is 8 of swords. Okay, we finally got our 8 here. Had a lot of these popping up today. Okay, so with 8 of swords in this position, what they've kind of already learned up until now is how to kind of release and let go of certain things. They've also kind of started to realize like what it is that they're hoping for. They're realizing how important like feeling free to be themselves is. It's through the oppressive actions that they have been taking with living up to an inauthentic image that is making them realize how important it is to just be themselves, to just be who they really are. But then the big question is, who am I, right? Once we realize who we're not, and once we realize, that being ourselves and living in authenticity is the most important thing we can do and be, well, then we have to ask ourselves, well, who am I? And that's why I have to show you this, because I have this in my office. This is an Alice in Wonderland deck, and as I'm saying that, it made me think of this. I love Alice in Wonderland for this reason. There's so much spiritual wisdom in this cartoon, or in this story. It was first a story before it was ever a cartoon. There's lots of dimensions of understanding in this little phrase right here, and I won't go into all of it right now. These are some of the things that we break down in our group calls and stuff, but we all know the great I am, right? Well, who in the world am I? Ah, that's the great puzzle. I am is the great puzzle. What am I? And it's on so many different levels, right? On a spiritual level, on a human level, in the world, in our relationships. What is it that I actually want? And even more profoundly, what actually am I? How can we know what we are, what we want? And what is our authenticity, and what without knowing who we actually are, right? We have to go into the depths, into the void, to see who we really truly are. And that's what the twin flame journey does for us and our divine masculine. Okay, is it helps us to explore the deeper aspects of ourselves, our humanity, what we truly are, which is a soul, the soul's relationship to the world of form being the humanity that we are, recognizing that, the universe that's outside of us, it's actually inside of us. We're in the universe, and the universe is in us. It's happening simultaneously. Not really a separation in that, which kind of helps us understand that there is no separation with us and our divine masculine. There's a lot that goes into this. I don't expect that you guys will always fully understand what I'm talking about. Some of you will, and some of you, these will be new concepts. And as I was going through this journey early on, I had more questions than I had answers. Now I have a lot of answers. It's internal revelation that brings us answers, by the way. Knowledge is important, but experience of that knowledge brings wisdom. And this journey is certainly bringing that to you and your divine masculine, okay? This last card is the final step on your divine masculine's healing journey that signals that they are ready to cut the cords with this karmic situation, okay? And for this, we have Knight of Spears. Okay, so with Knight of Spears, a big lifestyle change is going to present itself to your divine masculine. Because as they go through this journey of realizing that they have not been authentic and that authenticity is extraordinarily important, and then they ask themselves the big questions of, well, what does it mean to be authentic? Who am I? What do I actually want? Something major is going to change inside of your divine masculine energetically. And what that's going to do is create the as within, so without. The source of the mirror is going to change. Therefore, the reflection in the mirror will change. And your divine masculine will be going through a very big external, it'll appear like an external event that is just, it could be like a major breakup. You know, it could be suddenly your divine masculine is acting very differently and behaving. Like you're just going to see a huge change. The way they speak will be different. The way they act and respond will be different. The choices that they make will be different. How they show up in your life will be different. How they are with the karmic situation and how they choose to handle it and what they're, all of that will suddenly change. Because they will change. The energy within them will be tuned into a clarity, a flow, an inner standing that will cause them to change. That'll be the cause that will affect the change that you'll be witnessing from the outside divine feminine as you kind of witness your divine masculine's path. And this will be happening simultaneously with you. When these changes and stuff kind of occur for you and, you know, on your journey, as you kind of start to understand more and more the purpose of things from your divine feminine perspective. Okay, so we're going to get you a oracle card here. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading today. Again, please like and subscribe. We are trying to grow this channel. And if you are interested in coaching, we have 35% off of all of our one-on-ones right now with the coupon code below in the description box. And we also have 45% off of all personal tarot readings, which is a really, really good deal. And I'm doing this during the February month to honor Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is the holiday of love, right? Not just romantic love, but just love, period. And that's what you are at the core. So I wanted to give you guys the biggest discounts of the year on the holiday that symbolizes love. So hopefully, if you guys are interested, you will go check out that information in the description box below. Oh, this is a good card. The hero of your cosmic journey. I always say that you are the hero of your own journey. And, you know, everybody's life is the hero's journey. You are the main character in your play of life. The world and the universe for you revolves around you. You're the center point of that stage of life. You're the hero in it. The only one that can redeem yourself is you, right? And I am the hero of my own journey. Your divine masculine is the hero of their own, right? And so on and so forth. And the fool's journey, which is what the hero is called in the tarot, is the same thing. The hero's journey and the fool's journey are one and the same. In the cards, we call it the fool's journey. They're embarking out on this journey, and they're, going and going and going, and they're experiencing all that the universe has to offer as they get to that place of becoming the emperor or the empress in their life, right? And see how this King Arthur was, I think it was King Arthur, right? That was the only one that was able to pull the sword out of the stone. You are that. You're the only one who can pull that, precious sword out of the stone. It's something that takes place internally within you. Okay, all of these stories of the heroes of the great times before us, they're all pointing to the same hero's journey and telling you to be the hero of your own life. And until we embrace that, and we quit looking for a savior outside of ourselves and instead look for the savior within, Christ consciousness, right? At least, is what it's called in some circles, but it is called other things. There are other names, but they're all pointing toward the same thing. It's that consciousness within you that will save you, that kingdom that's within you that wants to come out into the natural world. Okay, so let's look at here and see what this card here has to offer. So that was just my little interpretation, but here is what the book has to say about this. The hero of your cosmic journey. Attributes: path of divine destiny, mythic story, grand adventure, and quest. That is exactly what you're on in the twin flame journey. It is your cosmic journey, and you are being guided to be the hero of it, divine feminine. You are the one you have been waiting for. You are the mythic story coming to life. This great adventure is exactly what you intended to fulfill your destiny of greatness. The legend of the hero is deep within our collective consciousness because that's our path to fulfilling our greatest purpose here. The hero is willing to go forth even when they are uncertain of what's next. They are driven by a greater purpose and many times reluctantly drawn into adventure. But once on the path moving forward, help comes through new allies, guides, and even magical gifts awaiting discovery. Then there is a point of no return, a symbolic death to what was in order to continue evolving into what's next. Hint, hint, ego death. Knowing their world will never be the same again. You know your world's never going to be the same again. Then together with their friends, they must defeat the guardian at the threshold, the final test in their saga. And finally, they return home with even greater powers bestowed upon them to share for the benefit of all. The caterpillar becoming the butterfly. Pull the sword from the stone and let's begin the quest with the questions. What is my cosmic journey quest? Where am I on my cosmic journey? How would I write my full cosmic journey story as the hero? What can I do to activate more of my allies, guides, and magical help in my life? What is my cosmic hero's name? So this is really a question that, even though is not going to be heard by your divine masculine, it is a calling that they will hear internally and that they will go through, just like you are. How they go through this and experience it is going to be different than you, divine feminine. That's okay. You don't need to worry about them. You need to focus on you and your own hero's journey, so that as you change the source within you, You change the reflection coming back at you. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.